Hey guys, what's up? Today on Couchella, we are gonna be reviewing The Social Dilemma. The Social Dilemma is a new Netflix show which discusses the vices of social media. They bring in the former employees of these big corporations who essentially helped create these apps and later left due to ethical reasons.
I left Google in June 2017 due to ethical concerns, and not just at Google, but within the industry at large.
I'm very concerned.
The show has a B-story of a family whose everyday life is affected due to social media. How the teens in the household are addicted to their phones and have isolated themselves in this fake bubble, interacting with everyone on their phones and not putting in any effort to hold a conversation on the dinner table. Tristan Harris is the man behind the conversation about ethics and regulations in the tech industry.
He's asking the tech industry to bring what he calls ethical design to its products.
The show makes you realize how we are the product being sold, ergo our attention. These companies are competing for our attention. It's a gradual change in your behavior and how much of your life they are able to consume. These algorithms collect tremendous amounts of data. They know when you're lonely or depressed. They know when you are stalking your ex. They know how long you look at a photo and what's your personality type. The longer you use these apps, the better they get at predicting who you are and what you are gonna do next. The algorithm you have no knowledge about has the ability to control you and keep you hooked to the app. It's not a fair fight.
On the other side of the screen, it's almost as if they have this avatar voodoo doll, like model of us.
This VFX of a person being controlled by a bunch of guys is used as a metaphor throughout the movie. It makes you realize that it's a supercomputer doing this, but it's so efficient at it, we do not realize. And if there was a person as shown, it is invasive and downright manipulative at so many levels.
Perfect, that worked. Following with another video? Beautiful. Let's squeeze in a sneaker ad before it starts.
The movie makes us realize how we are being reprogrammed without us knowing with these dopamine rushes. You are programmed to keep swiping up for hours on end. It's intentionally being made addictive. Tristan compares these apps to Vegas slot machines. The movie goes as far as comparing us to lab rats and zombies on which Google and Facebook keep rolling out these small experiments in the name of updates. This is psychological manipulation at best. A bunch of people can trigger and change real-world behaviors. This has never happened in the history of technology, and we are completely clueless to this matrix. Social media isn't a tool anymore. It has taken its own mind and it has its own goal. The goal being to waste most of your time and showing you as many ads as possible. These tech giants who created these socials, who know how these things work, are confessing that they are prone to addiction to social media.
Even knowing how these tricks work, I'm still susceptible to them. I'll still pick up the phone and 20 minutes will disappear.
Imagine a normal person fighting these temptations. Social media is a drug. There's a literal phobia of being separated from your phone called nomophobia.
Because we get rewarded in these short-term signals, hearts, likes, thumbs up, and we conflate that with value and we conflate it with truth.
The series touches on many topics like reducing self-worth, rise in suicide rates amongst teens, spread of fake news, unrealistic beauty standards, and other really important aspects. Gen Z, a whole generation of people, is significantly anxious, more depressed, and more fragile. This is real-world change. The creators knew about this and let this happen anyway.
Tech designers manipulating their attention, making it impossible to do their homework, making them compare themselves to unrealistic standards of beauty. Like, no one wants that. No one does.
A whole new generation has been trained to use these devices as pacifiers. Whenever we are uncomfortable, lonely, or sad, we pick up our phones. It is atrophying our ability to deal with the shit ourselves.
We'll just adapt to it. We'll learn how to live with these devices, just like we've learned how to live with everything else. And what this misses is there's something distinctly new here.
Technology has advanced exponentially while our brains have evolved not so much. Our simplistic brains cannot cope up with these supercomputers and algorithms. It's essentially creating a fake world for you based on your interests. You never see the flip side to it. If you support a certain political party, your feed would be filled with positives about the said party and negatives about the opposition. That's why we are feeling so much harder to connect with anyone who has a different point of view from us. We are moving further and further away from reality. And mind you, false news is spread 6 times faster on these social medias as compared to the truth. We don't even know the truth because nobody wants to know the truth. The truth is just boring. The documentary definitely convinces you to quit social media. If not that, it makes you aware of how the algorithm works. You see yourself noticing the subtle changes in your feed with your interests. Awareness of your addiction and acceptance is the first step to getting out of this matrix. Optimizing your social media usage is the only way to go forward. Technology is going to become a bigger and bigger part of our lives. This documentary is a must watch for everyone on the internet. I even suggest recommending it to your loved ones. Let's create a better world.